I have traveled to many places in the world, but I have never seen death like this. Here in Toraja, the dead are not hidden away, they remain part of life. Toraja lies about 300 kilometers north of the capital Makassar, in the mountains of South Sulawesi province in Indonesia. The first thing I noticed was the landscape. Dramatic mountains, quiet valleys, and the distinctive tongkonan houses with their soaring boat-shaped roofs. It feels peaceful here, almost timeless. But beneath that calm is a culture that speaks openly about something many of us avoid: death. When I stood before the hanging graves at Ketekesu, I was curious but also felt a quiet unease. Coffins suspended along limestone cliffs, and I see remains carefully arranged. Ketekesu is not only a burial site but a traditional Torajan family compound where generations live side by side with their ancestors. For centuries, graves have been carved into rock faces, placing loved ones high above the ground. At Londa, the landscape feels more dramatic. Wooden coffins rest high along the cliff walls, while others placed inside chambers carved into the hillside itself. And behind the rock face lies an ancient natural burial cave, hundreds of years old, a quiet, shadowed space that holds the memory of many families.
It's an offering for the ancestors.
These are the effigies, lifelike representation of the person. At Lemo, the cliff face is lined with rows of Tau-Tau figures. The Tau-Tau are not decorations, but lifelike wooden effigies representing the deceased. They stand in stone-carved balconies hollowed into the rock, like windows of a house watching over the valley, symbols of status, lineage, and memory. In Lokomata, massive boulders have been hollowed out to house entire families. Instead of cliffs or caves, the rock itself becomes the tomb. These are not simply graves, they are monuments to ancestry. This one, the door is broken, so you can see some of the cloth or covering of the coffin spilling out. Even before the cliff and cave burials, Toraja was shaped by an older megalithic tradition that has been in use since 1617. At Bori Kalimbuang, towering menhir stones stand in silent rows. Each stone marks a noble funeral of the past, a reminder that honoring the dead has long defined this land. This is Patane, where the grave looks like a house. It's the modern version.
The old version they make just by the wood, and then now after we know to use the concrete, the cement, the stone, and then we start to make looks like a small house like that.
They carved the grave into the natural stone.
So more than 10 grave in one stone like that. So one door, one hole for one family.
This is called a liang, a grave that is being prepared for after the funeral session. This is the Tower of Death. During a funeral session, that's where they put the coffin of the deceased. In Nolongan, the smallest of souls who pass too soon are honored in a unique way. It's raining, so we are waiting at a rice barn. This is the place of baby grave.
babies who are inborn, they put it on a tree. They cut the tree and put the baby in there. They believe that because they're still babies, it will allow them to grow.
Pak Lisa, our guide.
The baby is still holy, then they believe on the Torajan custom way, so the baby will go direct to the Creator and then become angel. After the cleaning the baby, wrap it like a puppy like that, wrap it and then put it on the trees directly. And then the position also is like going up because the spirit later will climb up to the trees until the leaf, and then the wind will blow the spirit of the baby go to the Creator and become an angel.
In Toraja, death does not always mean separation. Some families keep their loved ones at home for months, even years, until the funeral ceremony known as Rambu Solo. During this time, they are considered tomakula, meaning sick, and remain part of daily life. In Lakbot Tamandarang, we were given the privilege to visit one such home. Inside rests Nenek Marta Manja. She was 103 when she passed away peacefully in 2023. She loved gardening. I saw the daughter Ibu Hermin and granddaughter Meiske gently caress her face as they spoke to her. Her family continues to care for her. To outsiders, this may seem strange, but here is an act of love. We did not film or photograph her. Some moments are not meant to be captured, only remembered. Every few years, families gather for a ritual called Mak Nene. Here in Sereale, Mak Nene takes place every 3 years. We are at Toraja, Sereale. We are attending the Mak Nene ritual, which means cleansing of the ancestors. The relatives open the graves of their deceased relatives and they lovingly unwrap. They clean, groom, and change the dress. I have to be honest, I felt shocked at first, but what I witnessed was not fear, it was care, a reunion and respect, a way of reminding everyone that their ancestors remain part of the family and the community. People laugh, tell stories, reconnect across generations. The deceased are not gone, they are still here, honored and remembered. A wife sits beside her dearly departed husband, generations together, side by side, smiles, tears, touch the living and the dead, reaffirming that family bonds do not dissolve with time. This is how they redress the deceased relative. The coffins are put on the bed to treat the deceased relatives like when they were still alive, sleeping on the bed. And then there is the most elaborate ritual of all, Rambu Solo. This is a traditional funeral ceremony for deceased noblemen of Toraja. It can last days, sometimes weeks. Families may save for years to honor their loved one properly. Buffaloes are central to the Rambu Solo ceremony. They are given as ceremonial offerings, and the number reflects the status and standing of the deceased, sometimes 24, sometimes more than 100. In Torajan belief, buffaloes are sacred and powerful. They are believed to help guide the soul to Puya, the afterlife. The most prized are rare albino or spotted and castrated buffaloes, which can cost up to 500 million rupiah, around $30,000 for a single animal. Even a modest funeral requires at least 3 standard dark water buffaloes, each costing around 60 plus million rupiah. The cost for buffaloes alone can exceed 200 million rupiah before including pigs and other ceremonies ceremonial expenses. Rambu Solo is not only a spiritual passage, it is also a profound financial responsibility carried by the family, sometimes for years. There is grief here, but it's also a celebration of life and a way for the entire community to come together. There is music, chanting, ceremony. High-ranking officials are invited and given special VIP treatment. What may appear solemn is actually also communal. Indra and I at Rambu Solo at I don't remember the name of the place. This is the master of the ceremony who will lead the procession of the event.
Bersama Ibu Maura Kwikenggi yang ada di anak mantu dari mantan Menteri Perekonomian Republik Indonesia, Bapak Kwikenggi. Terima kasih banyak Bu.
Kure sumanga.
Kure sumanga.
Chicken represents happiness, so no chicken at funeral events. This is the mass kitchen, the public kitchen, where they are preparing the food for the Rambu Solo funeral procession today.
Di pasi dulu kuburan padang pantaran kana te mai do kana te tondo ko simbol ko manikina te pangaleon te diong ubay ne mello mo pinana.
Yes, yes.
To some, Toraja may seem like a place defined by death, but what I saw was something else. This is not about morbidity. Here in Toraja, the departed are not forgotten. They are honored, visited, and celebrated. It is about remembrance and a culture rooted in family, in continuity, in memory, in respect. Here, the past is not buried. It stands beside the present. In Toraja, life and death do not stand apart. They walk side by side. I find myself thinking more about time, about legacy, about how we want to be remembered. I came to Toraja curious about its ancestral traditions. I left reflecting on my own.